I'm here with the incredibly gorgeous Sean Patrick Dolye. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very well.
And congratulations on the Tony.
So exciting. We're all so thrilled.
Aren't you thrilled? It's an amazing show. Cage Aux Folles, unbelievable. And he is the cutest thing. So how is it being one of the dancers in this show?
It's wonderful. It's actually wonderful because they treat us like so much more than dancers. It's a music. If anyone's seen the production, they really have treated this musical, which is very classic, more like a play. So every character is really brought to the forefront and treated as an individual. And I think it's a really interesting and smaller and sort of seedier take on what is normally very just awash with glamour. So instead of being treated like just part of a Rockette line, all of our personalities are sort of brought to the stage.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you're with a friend of mine, Nick Adams, who's awesome.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's lovely. I get to ride on his shoulders every night.
Yeah, he plays the butch one, I think, or something.
Yes, well, Angelique is sort of a little, we're all a little bitter and a little sweet, and he might be a little bit more of the former.
So tell us about your role. What do you play? Which one do you play?
I play Chantal, the songbird of Avignon, and she's sort of the Southern French belle, if you will. She's an opera singer, and she takes herself very seriously and her work at the club. She's a little bit of a perfectionist, and sometimes she doesn't have the girls' tardiness or lack of professionalism, so she can be a little difficult at times.
Oh my God! I just realized I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to hide the wrinkles. You know, I've been 39 for years. So tell me.
We're trying to hide how tired we are too after yesterday. It's been a marathon.
I bet. How was it performing at the Tonys? Was that exciting?
Incredible. I mean, to look out into that auditorium, it basically stops your heart. And almost all of us have no recollection of actually what took place on stage. We had to see it later on TV to actually remember what happened. So it was a rush.
Well, I'll tell you, it looked amazing at the Tonys, and you guys were unbelievable. And how's it working with Kelsey Grammer?
Kelsey's so chill. He's one of the nicest men I've ever worked for. You know, some stars feel very entitled and are not really about the work, but Kelsey is. He shows up at work every day as a joy. He's always like leading with us in the pre-show prayer circle, and he's very chill. He always grabs all of our fake breasts before the show as a good luck measure. And him and Doug have a great repartee. They're both straight. So, you know, they'll be making out on stage 1 second, then they'll come off in with Doug still wearing his frock. They'll be talking about like a blonde in the third row or something. It's quite funny.
Do you think that straight men eventually, when they kiss enough men, enjoy it?
I think that they are actually having fun. They wanted to get into it right away. I think that all actors enjoy being any character that's very opposite of themselves. And so from day one in rehearsal, they were sort of holding hands and touching each other and trying to create that intimacy of people who have been together in a long-term relationship for years. And I think that they've succeeded wonderfully.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's amazing. So tell us why you're involved with Broadway Bares. Is this your first time?
It is actually my first time.
We got a virgin.
Well, of sorts.
Virgin. Oh, well, yeah.
My boyfriend David has worked for this show for years in the capacity as a costume coordinator, and then this year he's also designing a number. So I've always known about Bears and been curious about it. And they approached the Cagelles about a number that they created with us in mind. We were all very flattered, and we get to be part of an incredible thing many years into its history. And get to fundraise for a really, really worthwhile cause that I've actually been collecting for BCFA since I was like a 12-year-old child actor, and now we get to be part of this event that raises over $1 million in a night, hopefully. So
we're going for $1 million, by the way. This is going to be a record for us. So you bitches, go to my site, go to his site, go to every site. Do you have a website?
I do, SeanPatrickDoyle.com.
You got to check out this boy's beautiful site because he's hot, he's gorgeous, and he's pretty as a man as he is as a woman. I was like, girl, boy. I just don't know which one I want to concentrate on because once in a while I do make out with women. I don't know why I do that. Do you ever?
Well, you know, alcohol can make us do
it makes it do crazy things, yeah. All right, so tell us a little secret about you no one knows.
Little secret no one knows. I don't know, I tend to be pretty candid. An interesting thing that some people may not know is that, well, I don't know. I feel like they might already know it, but I love traveling, and eating, and I hope to one day be a traveling food writer.
Okay, I can't believe he likes eating, this skinny bitch. What do you eat?
That's often how it is.
You eat a cracker?
Actually, just went to Leal with my boyfriend, and I had like a whole roasted fish. It was amazing.
All right, so where do you want to go? Where do you want to travel to you haven't been?
I've been to 29 countries.
Wow.
And I think next...
I haven't even slept with 29 men. He's been to 29 countries.
Me neither. Sometimes travel is better than sex, depending on where you're going. I'd love to go to like Jordan and Egypt next, and maybe the Galapagos Islands as well.
I always like cruise ships because, you know what? I just stock out the show boys, and I know I'm going to get some eventually because they're on that boat. They've all slept with each other. Good advice for people. Find out where the crew hangs out, and you'll be golden.
Oh my goodness! So they've already made their rounds, and they're looking for some.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, gay. So tell me what you're indulging. What's your favorite Bravo show? I love trash
Bravo
TV.
show? I'm obsessed with Top Chef.
Everyone says Top Chef. What is with that?
Top Chef Masters is really better because they're not quite as queeny with each other and bitchy. They're sort of established chefs, so they're not. There's less drama and more, and the judges aren't quite as critical because these are like 5-star chefs. So it's a little bit more joyous to watch. At the end of the day, I feel like I don't want to go home and watch, Real Housewives of New Jersey necessarily and see a bunch of people train each other. I've heard. But I also enjoy Project Runway.
Everyone does, but it's not Bravo anymore, but we still have it. And thank God we still have it. I love it.
I still think of it as being, it's still all the same people associated with it.
It makes me want to make a tinfoil dress. What about you?
Absolutely. Well, I'll be wearing a dress made entirely out of bath towels for this year's Broadway Bares. So it's sort of Carl Ruckteschel, our designer's sort of Project Runway challenge this year. So.
Well, I find it really interesting that you like to watch chef shows and eating shows because he probably watches the show and then has a cracker.
It's true. I had a warm cup of air and a hot bowl of nothing today. It was delicious.
Like I always say, give him a sandwich for God's sake. You are so cute. Thank you so much for everything you do with Broadway Bares. Equity Fight Days. Check out his site, this boy, and come see Cage Aux Folles. It's unbelievable. Congratulations on that, and thank you for supporting Broadway Cares Equity Fight Days.
Absolutely, and thank you for having us and for promoting your cause.